Alright guys, I got another video here. Not really related to stuff that I normally do. Just cleaning out a shed because, like I said, I moved to a house and my dad, quite frankly, wants my shit out of his shed, so he stops paying for it. Fair request, but come on, Dad. I'm only 31. I shouldn't have to get my shit out of your house. Come on. No, he's fine. So when I was out there, I kind of discovered a hobby I used to have back when I was making too much money and not caring about debt or any of my other stuff and just spend, spend, spend. Um, which kind of scares me because that's what the hobby is. It's a lot of spending, and I don't want to spend. I'm Mr. Frugal now. I just don't like to spend my money on stupid shit that doesn't reap me any benefits. But this was a really fun hobby that I liked that I think would be a fun one to set up again, and I'm hoping that I can keep it to a minimal cost because I already have most of the shit. I just need to slowly set it up. So, without further ado, this is what my hobby is, or was, and might will be. That is a fish aquarium. And that is still all the shit for the garage sale. We didn't have it last week. We're going to have it in like a week or so. I don't know. Next weekend, hopefully. Um, so I used to keep saltwater fish. I used to have a 75-gallon aquarium. This is not a 75-gallon aquarium. This is a 24-gallon aquapod is what it's called. It has a, I believe, 150-watt metal halide bulb on it so that you can grow the high-end corals that are really expensive, which I'm not really that into. But there's a pretty sweet community in the area that I live in, or there was when I was in the hobby, and people would trade fragments of corals to each other, so that you wouldn't have to spend $60 on one. If you know anything about the saltwater community, it is expensive. And one of the biggest expenses you will incur is what is in there. Not a wiener dog. Although he was a $4,000 expense. But well worth it. Right, Chester? Right? You want your water? Get your water. You need food. Fatty. He doesn't like the insult, so he walks away. But yeah, what's in here may just look like a bunch of garbage to most people. Sorry, I always forget to watch the camera and not what I'm doing. This is all the rock that I used to have in my 75-gallon aquarium. I kept it all because this was once called live rock. I know that sounds weird because how can rock be alive, but in ocean waters, bacteria and little bugs and stuff live inside the porous rock, and they actually filter your water for you. So I kept all my rock because when it's live rock, which this is just called base rock right now, when it's live rock, it's about 7 to 10 bucks per pound. When it's dry, people usually buy it for 3 to 4, I think. So what I'm thinking of doing is, what you can do is once you get a system set up, you can take a little bit of somebody's sand or a piece of their live rock, stick it in with your live rock, and if the system works properly, it will eventually populate all this rock into live rock again. And if I can only fit, like that portion of it, let's just say that little tidbit, into the aquarium here, because it's a small aquarium, well then I can sell all of that at a profit. I mean, I worked at a pet store where a guy came in and basically gave me half of this rock. So I literally spent next to nothing on all my live rock, which was a blessing because I was stocking a 75-gallon aquarium, which is a lot to stock. In here, there's definitely, I would say, 80 pounds dry weight. So if you get that all wet, you're probably pushing 100 to 110 pounds. So if I keep 30 of that for my aquarium, looking at 70 pounds at $7. That's some good money. If I sell it for 7, I wouldn't sell it for that much because that's what stores sell for. And the idea of selling stuff is to not be a store; it's to help out people in the community. So maybe $5 a pound. Still, that's what, $350. I will take that. Try not to make this video too long, but yeah. So I got my aquarium. Me and my dad built the stand, and when I say me and my dad, I told him what I wanted. He built it. Pretty nice stand. It's got all my timers in there still that I can hide. I even have all my 5-gallon bucket of sand, which that's 61.5 pounds of sand. And you can do the same thing with sand, is you can repopulate it and make it live sand and then sell it for $1 a pound or something like that. So I'm sitting on some money here if I want. It's up to me if I decide to sell it or if I want to keep it, if I ever decide to go full-blown into the hobby again. And then I have all of my dry goods, my pumps, my power heads, my nets, my filters, my test kits. I mean, everything's in here. So I have everything I need to start this aquarium up. I just need to buy the salt mix, and I need to guilt trip my sister into giving me back my reverse osmosis unit, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a water purifier, but it's very wasteful on water. You get about a 4 to 1 ratio of waste to good water when you use it. So what I would try and do is I would use the wastewater in the garden. I don't think it will kill anything, but I would imagine that it could, because it is wastewater and there's nothing in it. But it's water. I mean, water is sort of water. Is water. Anyways, that's kind of my get-go here. I might kind of do like a little video chronicling, or a little like series chronicling the progression of the fish tank, because it looks pretty damn sweet once it's all set up. And I think the best part about setting them up is watching all the colors come out in the rock. I don't think you're going to be able to see any of this, but like that's all white. This piece is kind of red on the top. That was a deep purple when it was in the system. I mean, there's so much cool shit that goes on in a saltwater aquarium that freshwater will never be able to touch. And yeah, so I have some of the coolest designs of rocks in here too. I basically got to hand pick a lot of my pieces, except for like these ones. But yeah, when I worked at that pet store, I got like first crack at all the corals and all the rock and everything. And when people would come in, they're like, "I'm turning down my tank, I don't want any of this stuff," they would give me first crack at it. So I have all this sweet freaking rock here that I can pretty much do whatever the hell I want with. And I totally intend on doing whatever the hell I want with it. So, did you find somebody? Was there somebody there, Chester? Was there? There was? Oh, you better scare him off. That's going to lead me to another video, Little Wiener Dog. It's going to be a short one, though. So, anyways, I thank you guys for watching. If you still watch any of these videos, I know I haven't done a whole lot of good ones lately. I haven't really got a whole lot of new equipment or guns or anything, which is what brings the people in. I haven't really done a whole lot of prepping because I have been so busy. Monday nights I have off. Tuesday nights I've been playing in a men's league softball. Wednesday nights I've been playing in a co-ed softball. Thursday nights I work my other job. Friday nights I was working my other job, but I just cut that down to 1 shift. I basically had Saturdays and Sundays off. Or actually Saturdays off. Sundays I played in co-ed softball as well. Because I'm a man and men play in co-ed softball. So yeah, as the softball season winds down, I also cut my hours at the restaurant down to 1 a week to just Thursdays. So I hopefully will have more time to do the fun preppy stuff. And yeah, that I will do more of. And yeah, hoping the aquarium can go right back there in that corner. That's an outer wall, so something I shouldn't have to worry about with this little of an aquarium is the weight. Sometimes if you have big aquariums, they can put a lot of stress on the floors and warp them, if not fall through them. I shouldn't have that problem because 24 gallons, what, 10 pounds a gallon, 240 pounds. Probably a quarter that's going to be displaced with rock. So, you know, we're looking at maybe 300, 320, 350 pounds in one spot, which isn't a whole lot on an outer wall anyway. So, yep, that's my goal. This video is way too long because I do things like that. I ramble, and I'm going to go. So, thanks for watching, and I will check you later.